Hey guys and girls, gents and ladies, here we are again, episode 6 of the Datsun 1200 Coupe. So, at the end of last week I said I was going to clearance this so there was no more rubbing on the wheel here, and I've done that. I've pulled that out plenty far enough, and you can bounce up and down on that until the cows come home and it won't rub. Also made the clips up for this here, so that's on there nice and tight. It needs to be riveted down because the screws sit a bit proud for the window, because it does open, as you can see, and on the inside here it's got the latch, which shuts like so. So yeah, that's where we got to for that. So this quarter is pretty much done. So I have moved over to the other side. Oh, by the way, it's Wednesday already. Oh, you got a sponge. Hang on. There you go. Oh, stop it, Mum. Stop it. Anyway, so we have moved to this side. So let me just sit down here. Oh, geez, I'm getting old. This is too hard. Way too hard. All right, we've removed this section of the quarter panel because we've already made up this part here, as you can see, which goes right there like that and makes it look like it's supposed to be there. Well, it is supposed to be there, I guess, but before we go any further with that, we've got to fix this mess. So I've got to fabricate this lower section here and weld that into place, and then we can start fitting this part here up. But as I said last week, if you watched last week's episode, I'm not going to do the plug welds around the edge just yet, because I may still remove this quarter panel. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure on whether I am yet or not. Depends on how far I can pull this out without removing the extending the inner wheel arch, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so now I'm gonna start fabricating this part up, so probably just the lower portion of it, and yeah, get into it. The first day and a half, sorry, I'm getting too old to do this shit. First day and a half I worked on the XM Coupe here and made this floor section. It's a bit, sorry guys, it's a bit dark in here, but I made that floor section up there. And just one moment, I've just got to go get some light. That light's not much better. But yeah, so the first Monday and part of Tuesday I worked on making that floor section up for the XM Coupe here. You can see it's under the dash where your feet go, and that's the brake pedal and so forth. So yeah, that's just sitting in there because that's all rusty. But yeah, get it out in the light so you can see it a bit better. But yeah, that's that bit. So yeah, so from yesterday, half of yesterday and today, I've been working on sorting out some issues with the 1200 Coupe here, being clearancing that, making clips up for the top there, and yeah, cutting into this part here. So I'm going to continue on now and get some more done, because I've only got Thursday and Friday to go. Hey buddy, I've got to sit there. You're in my way. Come on, mate. Can you move, please? Buddy. Come on, mate. Buddy. Buddy, serious. Serious. I gotta work, mate. Come on. Buddy. Oh, you're such a dog. You're such a dog. Come on, mate. Move over. Alright. Let's work around you, okay? If you have to have your head right there, we're going to have to work around you. Alright? I know you love pats, but come on. It's work time. That's a little bit better, but you can still move just a wee bit further back. That would be good. Okay? No, I said back, not forwards. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. It's a bit better. No rusty holes no more. Holes nice and round. So I'm just going to coat it with some epoxy paint and weld through primer on the flanges. And yeah, that's not so bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, as you can see, my rear lower quarter that I fabricated is all tack welded into place, and it's fitting quite marvellous. So yes, I haven't done any of the plug welds yet. Yes, Lachlan, plug welds. Yes, my spot welder's in getting fixed at the moment, so hopefully I'll get it back soon. Anyway, as I was saying, I've got this section here made up as well. As you can see, it's fitting quite snugly because it's actually just sitting on there with no clamps at anything. I've got to trim the bottom here off still. That's a bit out of, it's not straight, put it that way. And main problem is, if I just take it off, is, sorry, I'll give you some light so you can actually see. How's that? Look at that. Look at a big rust hole. And this bit here, it's not supposed to look like that either. So yeah, we've got inner seal that's coming. Should be here in about 5 weeks or so, hopefully. But in the meantime, yeah, all of this has got to be fixed, but I'm not going to fix it just yet. I am going to tack weld this panel into place just like I've done with that one. So I'm going to cut along that line really carefully because that's where it's got to be welded. But I've decided I am going to remove the quarter panel just to make sure that, you know, all the rust is gone from up on the inside, and I can reshape the inner wheel tub so it stretches over the wider wheels. And then I've got to do the same up here. I've got to tack weld that into place. And once that's done, I figured most of the spot welds are already drilled out anyway because of the new sections that I put in. So rather than on the other side, the quarter was cut through here. I'll go a bit lower. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I probably will go up there again. I'll think about that when it comes to it, because if I go down here, then I don't have to remove all these. But it looks like I might have to anyway, because it's rusty up there. So that's got to come out anyway. So I'll remove that rain gutter. So yeah, I'm going to take all these spot welds out down here. A couple of spot welds there. Oops, tripping over shit. I've got to snip these little welds here, undo these spot welds down here, and a few down here. and just a few up under the wheel arch, and maybe a couple along the top here that's under there. But it shouldn't take any more than an hour to get the quarter panel off, so I figure if it's only going to take that amount of time, it's cheap insurance to make sure all the rust's gone on the inside, and get this thing so it's not going to rust out again in 5 years or so. So it's going to be done right, guys. It's got to be done right. Well, that's that one, and that one, and that one. They're all tack welded into place now. Now the other reason why I want to get this quarter panel off is when I weld these in, they're going to warp like crazy, and makes it very hard to get them back into shape while they're still on the car. So particularly this one up here, because when I weld along this edge here, it's going to pull it right in, so it's going to end up with a big dip in it like that, and I need to be able to stretch that out back to where it's supposed to be again after I welded it, and it's really hard to do that while it's on the car still. So yeah, and I've got to fix up all this rust up in around here anyway. So yeah, so that's my next thing, is to start ripping this quarter panel actually off the car, starting with getting this chrome trim off. Hey, yes, it's Friday morning and it's cold. Look, I've got 2 jackets on because it's cold. And I got the quarter panel off, see, as you can see, and I'll have a quick look over here. Hang on, my shed's getting a bit cramped because I've got shit everywhere. But yeah, so the driver side quarter panel is all off. It didn't take long to get off, and I'm glad I did, because I'll go over why. Well, there's obvious up here. We got the same as the other side. It's all going to have to be fabricated. This lip here is not good. Well, it's not bad, but it's not good. But I was thinking I was going to redo that lip anyway, to bring it out wide enough for the wide wheel. I've already fixed the rust down there, so that's good. You know about the rust down there. We'll sort that out later. But that's just the inside of the quarter panel. Now I've got this part here. This is why you want to pull quarter panels or permanent panels off, because this here, you can see it's already breaking through right there. In another few years that would have been completely rusted out. If I didn't pull the quarter panel off, I wouldn't have known that it was like that. And the customer would have been having his car refixed in about 4 or 5 years, because that would have rusted out. And the same on the front edge here. Like, this is where the door shuts. There's the questionable part here that I reckon there was some bubbles on the outside, so I reckon that's going to break through as well. And then we've got up here, this part here is rusted out as well. So yeah, that's why you like to remove the panels if you want to do a proper decent job of a car. So this morning I'm going to weld these panels in properly, and then I'm going to I might wait on that for a little bit. I'll clean it up and sandblast it and see how bad it actually is. Same with this front edge. This is going to need a bit of work in here, as you can see. I'm going to have to remove all this and reshape it. But yeah, one thing at a time. So yeah, I'm going to weld these panels in properly, and then we'll move on to doing all the rest of this side quarter. Okay, I thought I'd clean up this edge here. Just get the torch underneath so you can see where it's breaking through. And over here as well. So I might have to make up this edge as well for the quarter panel. Unfortunately, I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but yeah, that's what you learn when you do this shit. Never underestimate what's going on. And I also noticed up here there's a rust hole above the fuel filler. So, yeah, I don't know what's behind underneath this fuel filler, so it might be worth breaking that off too. I don't know. We'll have a closer look at it another day. So I managed to get all the panels that I made the other day, I managed to get them all welded in. Still need a fraction of tidy up on the weld lines. I don't want to go too overboard because this metal is really thin and I don't want to thin it out any more than it has to. So yeah, but they're all welded in and ready to go. So I'm just gonna pack up now because the week is done. Spring came upon us a couple of days ago. It was the first day of spring, and I'm yet to see the spring weather. It's chilly still bloody cold. Anyway, I'm gonna pack up and then I'll come back and sign off. Alright, we got it sitting back on the car now, just to make sure it all still fits up, and it does. So yeah, still a little bit more tidy up to do, like on the edges here to get that a bit smoother. But yeah, that's a fair chunk done. Yes, it's unfortunate about that there. I didn't think it was going to be as rusty as it is on the inside of that wheel arch, but I've got to reshape that anyway to fit the larger tyres like I have on this side. So we'll sort that out next week. That'll be next week's job. So yeah, next week got to continue on with fixing the rust that's on the actual quarter panel, like up in the corner here, and yeah, possibly that wheel arch and a couple other small areas as well. So that'll be it for the 1200 for this week. It's been fun, but we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to carry along with this build, and yeah, we'll get it done. See you guys.